Stars have signed Nathan Bastian to a one-way contract, NHL minimum salary. But as Sean likes to say, there's a quote from Jim Nill, which there isn't a quote in the presser unless he's going to probably be on the NHL roster. So what are your first impressions about this signing?
Well, I mean, I think you're adding to the collection of third, fourth line guys that we have. I mean, are we still not going to be? I mean, again, you can't. It's hard to go and find that number 2 left winger that everybody we're talking about every time we're on the show. So, I think that what you're ultimately looking for is you're looking for a little more weight. I mean, we heard Pete DeBoer say that halfway through the season, right? He would like to be a little get. They got bigger. I went back and I watched a couple. I wanted to see, sometimes I'm always curious. A guy that's 6'4", 210 pounds, and does he just hit, or can he fight, and all this other stuff. And again, I know that's not important in today's day, but I went back and I watched a fight against Lomberg, fight against Lausanne, Rempe, Manson, Trouba. So he can hit. Brendan's exactly right. I mean, how many times did Brendan say he can hit? So that's about. It's not like he's a seasoned fighter, and he does skate well. But I think he's going to accomplish what you're going for. And I think when I look at in his hits for the years that he's played, 136, 210, 194, 143, 138. So now all of a sudden you've got a couple guys. Jamie Benn. I don't know where Jamie finished just above 100 hits last year, and obviously Bisser was at the top. So now you're adding a physical presence over there. So and I believe is he a left shot?
I think he's a righty.
He's a righty. So that just adds a little bit more on that right side. But again, I think what you're getting is you're getting a little more pushback. That's it. But I'll tell you that what I saw, and again, doesn't mean that much, but he doesn't appear to be a guy that's fought a lot. And you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like he has the instincts. And I find every time that he got in a fight, the first thing he did is he turns his head and he received a lot of fire. So from that standpoint, I wouldn't be going out there and saying that you brought in a heavyweight when it comes to that certain element of the game. But a physical presence, he's not afraid to get dirty along the wall, and he finishes some hits in it. And frankly, obviously, when you have those kind of guys go after him, he's doing something right because he's pissing people off. So that this is a team that needs some of that.
What about you, Sam? We had a little bit because we went late on the last break.
Yeah.
A couple minutes. So, do you agree with Luds? Is it important that he have more of a fighting prowess, or is it just the physicality and as Brendan said, the skating for a guy his size?
Yeah, the big one is that what Lud said it perfectly. He's not a fighter. He's not a guy who's going to go out there and be your Reeves and drop the gloves. But what he does do is he would stand up for Roope Hintz in the playoffs. He's that guy. And that's the difference to me, is that he's not your guy that you want to go out there and fight, but he is a big step up from a lot of the people on the current roster for someone that you would want to be out there in the face of the guy who just maybe injured one of your players. He's a big guy, obviously. Lud's talked about that. He is a little bit quicker than he looks. But the key is he's exactly what you think he is, right? He just wrote about this today. He's a big physical player. He's responsible in his defensive end. He can add a goal or two here and there. As Brendan mentioned, he's a second-round pick. He's got a little bit of skill to him. But the thing that I saw from him last year is that he's kind of on that bubble. Like we should not expect him to be a top 6 guy. He was a healthy scratch for I think 6 or 7 of the last 10 games. As soon as they added a couple people at the deadline that last year, he broke his jaw. I don't remember if it was on the Rempe hit. He got hit forearm to the face by Matt Rempe. He got ejected from the game, and he broke his jaw, wore a bubble, so he fits in here already with the bubble.
Yeah, I don't want that trend to carry over to the next season.
It's already
I'd like that to be left in last season.
Yeah. But he's a guy that's going to bring more of what the Stars needed. However, the thing we know and we're just talking about is he doesn't necessarily fit anywhere specifically, right? All he kind of does is give you another bigger version of Colin Blackwell, who maybe slots in on your third, probably more likely fourth right side. He can give you a penalty killing if you need it, but the Stars have that. So To me, this is more of a we're not sure what R2 Huru, Justin Ritzkovian, and those guys are going to be. Let's go get someone that's proven to be this, so we know we're at least here. Then if those guys can be this, that adds to it.